All right, hello. This video, I just want to review some of the different methods calls you can do with a string. So in this example, we've created a string called quote, which is a famous Winston Churchill quote, and you have to figure out what is returned. I'm printing out, so I'm calling a method, so I'm using the name of the string dot method. So I'm calling one of the methods, and you have to figure out what is returned by each of these method calls. All right, so pause the video, try it first, and then unpause to see the answers. All right, I can't stress that enough. This is going to be much more meaningful if you try it on your own instead of just watching the answers. So see what you can remember. You can look back on the Java notes we took on this, right, if you need help, or you could always Google search if you're not sure what length and substring and all that stuff do. All right, so hopefully you had a chance to try them. One of the things I highly recommend doing on these with strings is making a little grid like this. So this was a really long string, so it kind of showed up pretty small there, but I would use this for sure especially when doing the substrings and stuff. Length is actually kind of normal. So there's actually, if you count the spaces and the commas, because each space and comma counts as a position, you end up with 28 total spaces or letters, right? And they're indexed 0 to 27, but the length actually returns pretty much how many letters or spaces there are in there. So 28 would be right for that. Substring always runs one pass. So you would think if I run from position 3 to position 4, that'd be right here, you would think that would return the E and the R, but it actually only returns the E. Because the 4 has to run one past the spot you actually want. All right, and this is a good example of if you want to get a single letter, you can use substring from just number to number, like a single letter. The second substring, when you pass only just one, so here you're passing in two inputs, like a starting in any position. In this case, you pass in only the starting position. And what happens in that case is it's going to take from that starting position all the way to the end. So we're going to start with that V, and it's going to be V never give up. All right, so that would be what is returned from that call. All right, one more from 7 to 12. So what I usually do is I just go to 7 here and say, okay, I'm going to go all the way over to 12. But remember, I run one pass, so the comma is not there. So this is just going to be never. All right, one other method we talked about. We did talk about dot equals to tell if they're equal, but then we also did index of, which finds where this little string is. Actually, this one would be an error. That's interesting. So the correct answer for this is actually error, because I don't have this in double quotes, but I probably should. So at any rate, let's say I actually had it in double quotes and did it the way I was hoping. Then it will look for the first occurrence of the letter E. So there's a lot of E's in here, but we're going to find the first one. So in this case, the first E is at 1. All right, so this would, if I put the quotes in there, then it would return a 1. All right, last one is if the word is not in there. So I'm searching this string for that particular substring splat, which is not in there. Then index of just returns -1, which is its way of saying, hey, we didn't find it. All right, that's a review of some of the calls for string, and they all use the name of the variable dot something, right? And these are kind of the main ones you have to know for the AP test. Thanks for watching.